Hi, I'm Sharon Pope. I'm the love and relationship coach for women who want more. Women will often reach out to me and share with me their stories about how they keep attracting the wrong guy. How they keep attracting people who, let's say, only want sex and not a relationship. They keep attracting men who cheat on them, or who lie to them, or men who hurt their heart. Whatever it is the story is that keeps showing up in their lives, here's what I will tell you. And this is going to sound prickly at first. I'm going to warn you. The common denominator is you. Now, I had to learn this for myself, so let me share with you a very personal story. When I was dating, this was after my divorce, after my heartache, before I had met the man who is now the love of my life. There was a period of time where, I can't remember if it was 10 days, but I promise you it was no more than 2 weeks. So somewhere between 10 and 14 days, I had 4 different men reach out to me and want to see if I wanted to get together. And I probably don't have to tell you, they didn't want to get together for coffee and just catch up. None of those men knew each other. There was no pattern there. There was no common thread there, is what I should say. There absolutely was a pattern because it was on my side, because I was the only common denominator. And the thing was, all 4 of these men, all 4 of them, were not available. One had been dating a woman for years, 2 were living with their significant others, and 1 was married. They didn't know each other. I was the common denominator. And it happened within such a short period of time that I almost, it was slapping me in the face. I had to take a look at that and go, wait a minute, what's happening here? And when I got really honest with myself, what I learned was that I was willing to be second place. I wasn't expecting anything of these men, and they knew it. And I was willing to settle for crumbs, which coincidentally is all they had to give. And the minute I created that awareness for myself and said, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to stop lying to myself and pretending that this is what I want or that this is okay for me when it's not. And the minute I made that decision for myself, everything going forward changed. I didn't even have to say a word. I didn't have to call them and say, hey, don't ever contact me again. You're a bad guy. You're taken. Why would you even call me? I didn't have to do any of that. I just stopped. No more flirting. No more texting. Nothing with these men. There was nothing there for me anymore. And do you know, to this day, and this was years ago, this was a lot of years ago, to this day, I have never once, since that time, been approached by anyone who's married or with someone. Never. Not even now. Nothing. Ever. It just doesn't happen. Because I made that decision for myself so many years ago. So when there is a consistent repeating thing happening in your life when it comes to relationships that you don't like, I would challenge you to stop telling the story about how all you attract are men that cheat or all you attract are men that hurt you, and start to look for the common denominator. It's like when we say we want a relationship that feels really strong and trusting, but then we overlook the little white lies. Or we make excuses when, well, he didn't lie to me. He just didn't tell me the whole truth of what was going on. He didn't know I needed to know that. So we made some excuses. We say we want a love that feels adoring. I want to feel adored. But when he stops taking you by the hand or opening the door for you, as you walk into a restaurant, you say to yourself, well, most guys nowadays don't do that. I mean, come on, I'm probably just being old-fashioned, or maybe I'm asking for too much. These little things that sneak in there, the little things that we allow and we overlook, that's the stuff we're unintentionally doing to ourselves and creating the exact experience that we don't want. So I know it feels prickly at first to stop blaming the guy and to look within. I get it. But here's the thing. If you want that kind of what I used to call the big love, if you want a big love, you've got to be willing to do some big work. And this is part of that work. Blaming everyone else and looking outside of yourself is not big work. That's easy to do. It's where 90-some% of the world lives. But you're stronger than that. And you want more than what 90% of the world wants. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, please give it a like and be sure to subscribe to the channel, because I'm coming out with new content every single week, and I love to share this stuff with you. Be well.